Pistol rounds are arguably the hardest rounds for newer players. Using pistols require much more mechanical skills than all the other weapons, and in this video, I'm going over tips for each pistol and how to win pistol rounds more often. Let's start with the starting pistols. You'll always spawn with whatever you have equipped in your starting pistol slot, and if you ever need to buy one, it's $200. The Glock has excellent running accuracy and is very spammable up close. Coupled with this and a 20-round magazine, you should try to position yourself in closer range fights and strafe shoot. Longer range fights are possible, but make sure to crouch and get some headshots. The burst mode is funny and technically a good option up close, but the burst is very hard to control, takes time to switch to, and has a long delay between bursts, so I say it's not worth it in almost every situation. The USPS has excellent first shot accuracy, but is less spammable. You'll need to be more accurate and have good positioning, as you only have 12 shots. Find a place where you'll have some enemies coming towards you, some cover, and a way to retreat and reposition. This allows you to focus on one spot and let enemies walk into your crosshair. If you're on the attack, like during a retake, you'll have to rely on your crosshair placement and headshots. The USP is a one-hit headshot without a helmet, so you can peek shot common areas or spots you know the enemy is at. The P2000 is a mix of the Glock and the USPS. The P2K has good running accuracy and has a lot more ammo in reserve than the USPS. And while it's not as accurate as the USP, the P2K has good first shot accuracy. My advice is play more like a forgiving version of the USPS. I have a video comparing the two if you need help deciding which one to get good with. Number 2, the cheap upgrades. These are the $300 pistols you buy during the beginning of the half, or as a cheap secondary with a shotgun or sniper. The P250 feels like a better P2K, but with less reserve ammo. Past close range, you'll have to rely on headshots, with its high headshot damage getting one-shot headshots without a helmet from long range. But when you're up close, you can quickly put down unarmored enemies, making it a nice upgrade in the first 2 rounds. As a pistol in general though, you would be better off with the Glock since it has plenty of ammo and is better at spamming shots, or any other more expensive pistol. The dual Berettas are their own thing. A lot of ammo, high headshot damage, and high running accuracy make it a great upgrade on pistol rounds, and a great sidearm to snipers. A fun strat to do is buy armor, then have a friend drop you Berettas on a pistol round, making you the most powerful player on the team. Some downsides to the Berettas are the low armor damage, the range, and the reload time. Pistol rounds usually help with a lot of those problems, but using them alone on a regular round is difficult. Their best use is spam bullets while escaping, since the running accuracy is so good. The recoil also goes straight up, making the Berettas easy to control. Number 3, mid-tier pistols. These are the $500 pistols you buy when you're broke, but you're dealing with armored enemies, and as a proper, reliable sidearm. The CZ75 is the only full auto pistol. It has hard to control recoil, only comes with one spare magazine, and takes forever to equip. This long animation makes it difficult to switch to the CZ like a regular pistol. It's best used with snipers when you need to defend a rushing enemy. You'll still have to be aware of the rushing enemy in order to pull it out in time and position yourself. You want to be up close and preferably crouched, ready to spray. You'll typically only have enough for one enemy, so be prepared for that. If you're using it by itself, you're going to be typically playing around corners, waiting for an enemy to cross, then killing them for their weapon. You don't want to engage multiple enemies if you don't have to. You can also tap fire the weapon if you need to. If you keep a good rhythm, it works, but that's not what it's designed for. The 5.7 is arguably the best sidearm. It has tons of ammo, it has easy to control recoil, and is a one-shot headshot in close range regardless of armor. Its main downside is that the moving accuracy is bad, so for medium range or accurate shooting, you'll need to stand still or counter strafe. The first 2 to 3 shots land really close together, so you can send just a few bursts or tap shoot to handle medium and long range fights. 5.7 is just a great all-around pistol that you can depend on in any round. The Tech 9 is the T-side counterpart to the 5.7. Being so, it, unlike the 5.7, has great running accuracy. However, the Tech 9 is super inaccurate when you rapid fire, so reserve rapid firing for only close range gunfights. Most of the time though, it's more effective to tap fire and crouch shoot. It can one-shot helmets in close range and has great armor penetration. Number 4, heavy pistols. The pistols that require the most skill and money to use. The Deagle is $700 and the R8 is $800. Both are capable of getting a one-hit headshot from any range and a 2-shot kill to the stomach, but the Deagle can require 3 shots if you hit them in the upper chest. The R8 comes with the downside of having a delay before each shot. That also is a sound cue. You can rapidly tap to keep the revolver ready to shoot, but unless there's a sound going off, enemies will hear you around the corner. To help with the delay, you can charge the weapon, then aim where the enemy is, or try to time the shot with their footsteps. You could also just hold the mouse and just keep rapid firing, and hopefully you'll catch them. The right click is a really inaccurate shot, so only reserve that for a last-ditch effort. The Deagle has a very accurate first shot, but past medium range, that first shot has a lot more room for error than the R8, and the second shot can go even further away if you don't wait long enough. Reserve rapid fire for super close range, and in regular close range, don't spam, but fire faster than you normally would. When you're dealing with medium to long range fights, make sure to counter strafe, reset your shots, and also crouch if you can. When you're crouched, it not only makes you more accurate, but you'll also be able to shoot faster and still hit shots. For both the R8 and the Deagle, they're best bought as rifle alternatives or save round weapons. The power to kill an enemy across the map for $700 to $800 can change the whole round and can put real pressure on fully armored and rifled enemies. Try to hold areas where enemies have to come to you, or create situations to make enemies walk out of cover. Now that we've gone over each pistol, let's cover pistol rounds. The pistol round is arguably the most important round since it decides the first 3 rounds of every half. The hardest part is obviously using the pistols. Everyone gets $800 and the pistol you have selected as your starting pistol. Don't be afraid to use your money. Buying armor won't protect you from headshots, but it will punish the enemy if they miss them, because the body armor will get rid of aim punch, which will help you land headshots or aim punch the enemy so hard that they can't finish their kill. You can coordinate your utility with your team and get into sight that way, or you could even buy a weapon that you're more comfortable using. Keep your crosshair head level wherever you're looking and stick with your team, especially on T side. If you could even just get the bomb planted and get a few kills, that's enough money to have a more fair round too. On CT side, you can have your teammates spread across the sites, but you should either have one site stacked with 3 or more players, or have 2 players on each site and have one near middle ready to rotate. You should also practice your aim with pistols, especially the starting pistols, from time to time, since they feel different than every other gun in the game. Everything in Counter-Strike 2 is going to take some practice to get to that higher level of play, so keep at it and the pistols will become more natural feeling as you go on. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.